What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome back to the live. Welcome back to the live. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Get on in here. We're just coming off of a live. We just resetting and we getting right back going, man. But you know me, I'm always talking about the fact that you could be doing have anything you desire. I'm always talking about the fact that nothing can stop you, nothing can limit you except your own imagination. And if you just start using your imagination on purpose, you will be successful on accident. I'm gonna say that again. If you could learn to use your imagination on purpose, you'll be successful on accident. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? So I'm gonna write that down because I like that. If you start using your imagination on purpose, you will be successful on accident. You got to understand that you don't use your willpower to control your body. You don't use your willpower to control your body. And when you try to use your willpower to control your body, what you do is you find yourself running into what we call the law of reverse action. And the law of reverse action clearly states the harder you try, the harder you fail. You ever been in a situation where you feel like, man, I can't win for losing? The harder I try, the harder I fail. Every time I take two steps forward, I take three steps back. When you find yourself in a situation like that, I know you're using willpower instead of mind power. I started ninth grade, and all the girls be talking to me because I use Dior. But I use that too. They use that because you smell like me, man. They be like, man, you smell like Jay. No, I'm just playing with you. That's what's up, man. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. Keep the main thing. The main thing. Have fun. But that's what's up. I love that for you, bro. What's up, Don? You could be doing have anything you desire. But you got to get out of the habit of using willpower to try to control your body. You don't use willpower to control your body. Let's talk about how the mind works. Y'all know me, I love my circles. Let's talk about how the mind works. And appreciate them taps, CC. CC, keep them in line. Keep reminding them to tap. They be acting like they forget. Thanks for the taps, Nick. Yeah, y'all got to understand how important those taps are to us as content creators. Those taps, those interactions in the room, those are like currency in real life. Those are like laughs to a comedian on stage. It's like an applause when you at the church. We on the live screen. I can't see you, so I can't tell if you in the room. I can't tell if we going in the right direction. Those taps give us a lot of feedback, and they let TikTok know that it's dope stuff going on in here. So those taps, well, they not something we take for granted. I'm gonna be real with you. I prefer the taps more than the gifts. I prefer the taps and the comments more than I prefer the gifts. I got streams of income off of TikTok, but those taps move us up the For You page. Those taps get more eyeballs in the room. I want more eyeballs. I want as many people to get this message as possible because I know the stuff we talk about in here change lives. And I know it because I used it to change my life and I use it to change my clients' lives every day. I prefer the taps over the gifts. Them roses, they cost less than a penny. Now, I'm not saying you can't sell them if that's how you want to express your appreciation in the room. By all means, sell them. But I'm saying this ain't the room that you got to go recharge in. You got to go. I'm not gonna go in there if I ain't got nothing. I don't. The stuff I want from you don't cost nothing. I want the free stuff from you. I want you tapping. I want you asking questions, and I want you using the information that we talk about to change your life and your children's life and your future generations' lives. I want you passing this information along. Okay. So let me get back to explaining why you don't use willpower to control your body. You use willpower to control your mind. Okay. So I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into theory of mind than we usually go. I don't like this circle. I'm better than that. I want a good circle. I want a good circle. Let's see. All right, not bad. It's a little ovalish, but we gonna roll with it. We'll be here all day just drawing circles. Thanks for sharing the live, CC. So look, we talk about this all the time, but we're gonna go a little bit deeper in it today than we usually go. Keep tapping, guys. Keep tapping. So when a baby first is born, baby is a blank slate. A baby only has two fears when they're born. People who've been rocking with me for a moment know that the only two fears that a baby has when it's first born is a fear of falling and a fear of loud noises. Any other fear that you have outside of falling and loud noises are fears that you learn between the ages of 0 and 8. Okay? You could take a newborn baby and put it on a stage in front of 10,000 people and it's not going to get nervous. You can tell a newborn baby that a storm on the way and we finna lose power for 2 weeks. It's not going to get nervous. You can tell a newborn baby that you just got evicted. You can tell a newborn baby that it has cancer. It's not going to get nervous. It's not going to go into fight or flight. Any other fear that you have outside of falling and loud noises is a learned behavior. But this is the good thing about learned behavior. If you can learn it, you can unlearn it. Somebody put that in the comment for me. Put that in the chat. If I can learn it, I can unlearn it. Okay. So between the ages of 0 and 8, you start learning. You start learning through a process that we call identification and association. Let's say you grew up in a house with a dog. You cuddle with this dog. You love this dog. This dog protects you. You might make some negative associations towards dogs. Yeah, let's pin that to the top. Let's say you get attacked by a dog as a kid. You might make some negative associations towards dogs. Now, two people can be looking at the same dog, but they're going to have two different experiences based on their associations because you don't see the world as it is. You see the world through the lens of these associations. You see the world through this. If you grew up in a house where we're about to go in the store, don't touch shit, don't ask for shit, you ain't getting shit. You might have negative associations around money. You might have negative associations around self worth, right? If you grew up in a house where you received a lot of compliments, you might have positive associations around self worth, but you might also have negative associations around what people really thinking when they're not giving you positive compliments. So you cool when you're in an environment where people praising you and talking you up, but you might have negative associations and you think anybody not giving you a compliment doesn't like you. So these associations can go either way. Our parents doing the best they can with what they got. I don't think most people out here trying to purposely, you know, put negative associations into people, but man, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going in between those ages of 0 and 8. Now, around the age of 9, you start to develop what we call the critical mind. And what the critical mind does is it serves as a gatekeeper. It serves as a little divider between the conscious mind that's up here and the subconscious mind that's down here. Now, you guys have all, I'm pretty sure you've all seen that picture of like the iceberg when it got this much of the iceberg above the water. Under the water, it got like this gigantic, this gigantic thing. Y'all ever seen that picture? Thanks for tapping, y'all. Keep tapping, keep tapping, keep tapping. That's the ratio of the conscious mind to the subconscious mind. This conscious mind is 2% of your thinking potential, whereas the subconscious mind is 98% of your thinking potential. Now we got to understand the qualities of these two minds. The conscious mind runs off of logic, reason, analysis, willpower, and decision making. Those are the qualities of the subconscious mind: logic, reason, analysis, willpower, and decision making. Thanks for the taps, y'all. We already up to 2K. Let's run it up to 5. That's what the 2% run off of. Now, we were talking about willpower. That's what got us here. I'm going to circle that so I can remember to come back to it. Okay, the subconscious mind is 98%. It runs off of feeling and emotion. Okay, so you got all types of, as you go through life, you got all types of information coming into the mind, right? You got information coming into the mind from the external world, You got information coming in from your internal world, from your body, your temperature. Are you in pain? Yes or no? And you got information coming in from the conscious mind and information coming in from the subconscious mind. Now, most of this subconscious information is out of your awareness. That's what subconscious means, below awareness. What's going on? Subconscious mind is below your awareness. It's happened out of your awareness. Right now, as we in this live, it's things going on outside of your awareness. Appreciate you. Like right now, you might not be aware of the temperature of your left ear. You might not be aware that every time you inhale, your shoulders slightly raise up. Every time you exhale, they go back down. You might not be aware of the sound of the heater or the air conditioner in your house, right? It's billions of things going on out of your awareness. But guess what? The subconscious mind is aware of every last one of them. Nothing gets by the subconscious mind. Okay? So all of this information is coming in. We're talking billions of bits of information a day. Billions with a B, with a big ass B. Okay? Coming into the mind. Now, what happens is everything that comes in, the conscious mind can only hold 5 to 7 things per time. You can only hold 5 to 7 things in consciousness at a time. One of my favorite ways to get people into a really deep trance really quickly, I say, listen to the sound of my voice. But as you listen to the sound of my voice, I want you to notice your breathing. I want you to notice your breathing. I want you to listen to the sound of my voice. And I want you to imagine that the faster I talk, the more relaxed you feel. The more relaxed you feel, the faster I talk. But I want you to also keep listening to my voice. I want you to keep listening to my voice. I want you to notice your breathing. I want you to take a deep breath in. As you let it out, I want you to sleep. I just start loading the brain. I give it multiple things to hold. And when that happens, what the conscious mind does, is it just collapses and it lets go. That's why they talk really, really fast at the end of commercials because if things going by that they want to get in there and they don't want you to pay attention, they want to know and they want to sneak it right by you. Okay. So when new information comes in, let's say you come to me because you got a money block. You got a lot of negative associations as a kid around money, and now you're an entrepreneur. You want to make more money. You want to be more confident. You want to be able to look people confidently in the eye and say, "Yeah, that'll be $5,000 cash card. How would you like to pay?" But these negative associations aren't allowing you to do that. So if you not in hypnosis, if you just in a regular state, and I say, man, charging people a lot of money is easy. I do it all the time. That just came from the external world, and it came into the mind. The critical mind acts as a gatekeeper. The critical mind is going to say, okay, hold on, stop right there. Let me go see what the associations say. And the critical mind going to go down here and go look at these negative associations and go, that's not true, reject it. Now, the conscious mind going to use its logic, its reason, its analysis, its willpower, and its decision making to say, what you mean you reject it? It's a good idea. I know Jay. I talk to Jay all the time. He a hypnotist. He a coach. I'm in his community. He's not lying. He's telling the truth. The subconscious mind gonna say, I don't care about your logic. I don't care about your reason. I don't care about your analysis. I don't care about your willpower. I don't care what decisions you made. I got these associations. I don't feel like it's true. And since I'm 98% of the mind, I got the final say. It's final. So how do we change it? I'll tell you how we don't change it. What we don't do is we use willpower to say, well, I'm gonna do it anyway. Let me tell you a little something about our friend, the subconscious mind. Have you ever been in a situation where you see something that makes you want to cry? And the 2%, the logic, the reason, the analysis say, no, 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 not right now. It's not a good time to cry. We can't cry right now. The subconscious mind say, I feel like crying. You say, no, not right now. Come on, and you trying to blink, you trying to distract yourself, you trying to laugh. Oh no, I'm not crying. My eyes just sweating, man. If the subconscious mind say it's time to cry, it's not a damn thing you can do about it. Or you might be in the subconscious, you might be in a situation where the subconscious mind say that shit funny, and you say, no, 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 I can't laugh right now. We had a film. Subconscious mind, I don't care what we. That's funny. You say, man, my grandma looking at me. Not right now. Not right now. My grandma looking at me. The subconscious mind say it's time to laugh. It's nothing that willpower can do about it. Y'all tracking with me? Willpower cannot override feeling. The way that you use willpower is to control your focus for short periods of time. One of the ways to penetrate the critical mind is through repetition. Repetition, giving it the same message over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Eventually, the critical mind gonna say, "Man, you look familiar. I know you." Well, yeah, you know me. I've been coming around here over and over and over and over and over again. Then it'll let it in, and you can begin to alter these associations. So you use the willpower to focus on the desired outcome over and over and over and over and over again. And eventually, that new sensation, this new idea that you want to get into the mind, with enough repetition, with enough overload, with enough saturation, the critical mind goes, all right, you can come through. Then you let that in, and that starts changing some of those negative associations into positive associations. That's what you use willpower for. You don't use willpower to say, I'm going to the gym tomorrow. I don't care. I don't care. Come hell or high water, I'm going to the gym. You use willpower to say, man, it'll be cool to look good, nigga. Let me just sit down and imagine how cool it'd be to get out of the shower, look in the mirror, see myself pumping my chest, see my girl looking at me, boy, she like she finna attack me. You use willpower to take bits of time throughout the day to discipline your focus. You use willpower to start thinking on purpose. Now, when you first start doing it, you might can only hold that thought for 3 seconds. When you first start doing, you might can only hold that thought for a split second. But you use willpower to say several times a day, I'm going to entertain this thought. I'm not going to try to force the subconscious mind to let it in, but several times a day, I'm going to force myself to focus on this thought. Now, when you start focusing on that thought, guess what's going to happen? It's going to change the way you feel because the 98% runs off of feeling. It doesn't run off of logic. It doesn't run off of reason. It doesn't run off analysis, willpower, decision making. It runs off of feeling. And when you change the way you feel, you're well on your way to getting the result that you want. Think about it. Your I am follows your feelings. When you feel sleepy, you don't say I feel sleepy. You say I am sleepy. When you feel sexy, when you feel like you done put that shit on, you don't say I feel sexy. You say I'm sexy. But when you feel toe down, when you feel ugly, you don't go I feel ugly. You go I'm ugly. Your feelings and your I am have a funny way of morphing. So when you feel broke, you can try. Your feelings and your I am have a funny way of morphing. So when you feel broke, you can try to use. I need to put my phone on the charge. But when you feel broke, you can use all the logic, reason, analysis, and willpower and decision making you want. If you don't find a feeling of wealth somewhere in there, you can read all the books, you can go to all the seminars, you can go to all the saving and investing classes you want. If you don't learn how to feel successful, you're not going to be successful. If you want to start working out, if you want to start feeling fit, if you don't find the feeling of energy, if you don't find the feeling of this building this desire to be at the gym, if you don't find the feeling, 2% is not going to override 98%. It don't take a rocket scientist to see that 2% cannot override 98%. The top of the iceberg cannot defeat the bottom of the iceberg. So you got to get the 98% feeling the desired outcome. Now, once you feel that way, now you can use logic, reason, and analysis. Now you got the 2% and the 98% on the same page. But when you feel like a smoker, you identify as a smoker. You know that in the morning when I wake up, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. You know that after you drink your coffee, as you drink your coffee, you're gonna smoke a cigarette. You know that when you're driving your car, you smoke a cigarette. If that's what you feel, you can use all the willpower you want. The subconscious mind gonna say, "Yeah, that's fine. Hand me that cigarette. Yeah, you can stop tomorrow, but right now, hand me that cigarette." Okay. So I need you to. This is why the 5 C's is laid out the way that it's laid out. You don't start taking step. You don't start doing action until step 4. It's a reason for that. Because by the time I tell you to start taking action, the first 3 steps are designed to help you feel the way that you need to feel, so that you can do what you need to do to have what you want to have. The 5 C's aren't just some random C words. I like, yeah, clarity. That sounds good. Calibration. That sounds confidence. Oh yeah, that sound. No, 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 no. It's years of clinical research that went into the 5C strategy. It's thousands of sessions helped me arrive at the 5C strategy. That's why I have you get clear about what you want, and I have you get calibrated to the feeling of it. I don't care. Your subconscious mind doesn't care about logic. It doesn't care about reason. Let me tell you something. If it was a logical problem, you would have fixed it already. My clients never come to me and say, Jay, I don't know what to do. They know exactly what to do. The problem is they don't feel like doing it. You know how to lose weight. You know to eat less carbs, drink more water, move your body more, burn more calories. You know what foods to stay away from. You know what foods to gravitate toward. The problem is you don't feel like doing it. You know how to make more money. You know how to work more hours. You know how to spend more less on this and invest over here. You're not an idiot. The problem is you don't feel like doing it. It's not that you don't know how to do it. You don't feel like doing it. And you're not doing anything wrong by not feeling like doing it. But we just gotta talk. We talking about how the mind works. This is how the mind works. Feel, feelings control how you think, and when you put them together, they control how you act. So the question that you need to ask yourself: how do I need to feel so I can think the way that I need to think, so I can act the way I need to act to get the result that I want? I'm not gonna use willpower to go to the gym. What type of if I wanted to go to the gym, what thoughts would I be thinking? Hmm. Hmm. Start thinking those thoughts. Start thinking those thoughts. Those thoughts gonna change how you feel. When you feel different, you ain't got no choice but to think different. Now, if you spend a period of time feeling and thinking different, feeling and thinking different, feeling and thinking different, it's only a matter of time before you kick into action. Makes sense, huh? That's the magic of what we do in a hypnosis session. Even when I used to do entertainment hypnosis, the way that I would get people to do those things, they got an imagination. I get them to feel like that thing is happening. We used to do erotic hypnosis shows where we would have people would come on stage and have real life orgasms. If you scroll far enough down my YouTube channel, you can find one of those videos. How did I do it? I changed the way they felt. And people, it was always people go, "That's not real." Okay, they up here faking. Come here, man. Sit right here. What's your name? Okay, you ever? I would get them to feel, and once I get the feeling started, I can really get out of the way. The body gonna do what it needs to do. If you can watch TV and laugh, you can change the way you feel, change the way you think, change the way you act. If you can watch a sad movie and get sad, then you can change the way you feel, you can change the way you think, you can change the way you act. If you can watch a scary movie and get scared, then that proves to me you can change the way you feel, which means you can change the way you think, which means you can change the way you act. But you do not use willpower to make yourself do things you don't want to do. I have a lot of men that come to me with erectile dysfunction. You know what the biggest problem we see is one or two things. You're dehydrated, you're not drinking enough water, or you trying to use willpower to do what only a feeling can do. Like think about it. Can you make your heart beat faster? I'm asking y'all. Can you make your heart beat faster? What's going on? Not so fly. Let's say not softly. What's going on? Can you make your heart beat faster? Nope. You can, but you got to do it in a roundabout way. Okay? Like, can I make my heart beat faster by telling it to beat faster? No. But can I make my heart beat faster by remembering a time when I was in the store with my daughter and I couldn't find her for like 10 minutes? Man, that was one of the scariest moments of my life. I couldn't find her for like 10 whole minutes. But just by remembering that, my heart would start to get excited. Can I make my heart beat faster by watching an action movie? Oh man, he about to get her. He don't even know she hit. Yes. So I can make my heart beat faster, but not by using willpower. I use willpower to focus on what I need to focus on. And then my heart responds to what I'm focusing on. So let me ask you this. Can I make myself confident? Can I make myself more charismatic? Can I make myself more outgoing? Yes, but in a roundabout way. I can't use willpower to make myself confident. I can't use willpower to say, okay, I'm gonna put my shoulders back, I'm gonna put my chest out. I look stupid because I'm forcing it. But I can use willpower to say, man, if I was the coolest dude in the world, how would I approach this life? If I was the most confident man alive, how would I approach this life? Well, man, if I was the most confident in the world, I tell you what, I just go stand up there, something like this. Now I'm not in my mind going, okay, do I got my hands in the right? As soon as I start asking myself those types of questions, I screw it up. Am I breathing right? Am I standing right? As soon as I start trying to use willpower, I screw it up. We use willpower to create a mental picture of what we would like, and we start to move toward it. That's what you use willpower for. You use willpower to discipline your thinking and go, I'm not going to think about what I don't want. I'm going to think about what I want. So I use willpower to stop my mind from going, don't be nervous. Don't screw this up. I use willpower to go, be confident. Stand like you successful. Yeah, there you go. I use willpower to point my mind. I use willpower to direct my attention. And then a 98% responds to feeling. The 98% gonna go, oh, that's what you want. Because you got to realize the 98% does what we call deductive reasoning. You got inductive reasoning and you got deductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning would be if I walk in my daughter's room and I realize she warm to the touch. I need y'all tapping the screen. Let's take it up to 10,000 likes. Inductive reasoning would be if I walk in my daughter's room and I notice she's warm to the touch, she's not playing, her eyes are running, her nose is running, she has a cough. That would be inductive reasoning. I say, oh, she got a cold. I take the symptoms and I supply the meaning. I go, oh, this plus this plus this plus this plus this means this. But deductive reasoning would be if I was away from the house and my girlfriend called me and she said Riley has a cold. And me knowing what a cold is, I assume she has a temperature. I assume she has no energy. I assume what's going on, Nini. I assume the symptoms. That's how the subconscious mind works. The subconscious mind goes, oh, confidence? Yeah, I know what that is. Shoulders back, chest out, heads up. Anxiety? Yeah, I know what that is. Sweaty palms, shitty body language, horrible thinking. Abundant wealth? Oh, yeah, I know what that is. That's an influx of money. Positive thoughts, good ideas come to me easily and effortlessly. Broke? Oh, yeah, I know what that is. The subconscious mind emotionalizes whatever you hand it, and it changes the way you feel, which therefore forces you to change the way you think. Then you got no choice but to act different. Step one to being wealthy is feeling wealthy. People go, well, you telling me that feeling wealthy is going to make me wealthy? If you could do it long enough and consistently enough and not get distracted by what they saying on CNN, hell yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That's what this little black boy from the projects with no father figure did. I remember we was doing one seminar. Carter really wanted to say, hey, y'all, say what's up, bro. I remember one time we was live and this dude in the comments was like, so you telling me I can think my way into the NBA? You telling me just by thinking I can go to the NBA? We say, what you think people in the NBA spent their childhood thinking about? What do you the people in the NBA? What do you think they spent most of their childhood thinking about? He go, oh yeah, I go, oh yeah, yes. You you think your way into the NBA? How else you gonna get there? And I love that you said the word manifesting. Let's talk about what the word manifesting mean. Anybody want to get a screenshot of this because it's finna disappear? It's finna go bye bye. And before I end, I'm gonna tell y'all how to get access to the replays. Anybody who want access to the replays, let me know right before we wrap up. And I'll tell y'all where we keep the replays at. All right, going in three, two, one. Hopefully you got it because it's going, going, going. I don't know why. That was way too fun. So the word manifest, when you look it up, why did I double cross the T? What? All right, so the word manifest. The first time I looked this word up, it blew my mind. The first time I looked this word up, it blew my mind. The word manifest simply means to make obvious to the eye or mind. That's what manifest means. It means to make obvious to the eye or the mind. Man, what's up, Disney? It means to make obvious to the eye or the mind. So if you in a situation and it's obvious to you that it's not enough money to go around, and it's obvious to you that things never work out for you, and it's obvious to you there's of course this happened to me. This type of stuff always happened to me. You manifest it. You manifest it. But if you standing in that same situation and it's obvious, man, this ain't the first time I've been through something like this. I always get through this. I'm the type of person that's good at figuring stuff out. I'm resourceful. I'm creative. I'm gonna figure this out. You manifest it. What are you making obvious? That's what you manifest. In any given moment, you're manifesting whatever is obvious to you. You use willpower to control what you allowing to be obvious to you. Exactly. Man, when you feel a feeling in your body, you manifest it. You manifest it all day long. Sometimes people go, man, how do I start manifesting? I say, how do you stop? Would be a better question. You are a creator. Y'all remember my sweatshirt to say creators create? I ought to go dig it out and put it on. Creators create. You create just by your nature. You ain't got to try to create, you create. But you use willpower to create on purpose. You don't use willpower to make the body do stuff, but you use willpower to create on purpose. I want you to start creating on purpose. I want you to start creating on purpose. I want you to start using your feelings as a check engine light. That felt uncomfortable. Like like a lot of times people hear people talking about positive thinking and all this stuff, and they think they're not allowed to think negative thoughts. You're a human. You got a full range of emotions, and you're allowed to use every last one of those motherfuckers because they're yours. What you're not allowed, well, I ain't gonna say what you're not allowed to do. What I don't suggest you do is get wrapped up in stuff that don't feel good to you. I want you to start using stuff that don't feel good. I want you to start using stuff that don't feel good as a big old trampoline. Okay? I want you to go, I feel disrespected. I feel, who the hell are you talking to, man? But you know that surge of energy you get when you first feel disrespected or you first feel misused? You feel like this. You know why you feel that? Because there's a part of you in you that know that you're not supposed to talk to me like that. I'm a creator. Like it's a part of you in there that know, like, nah, 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 nah. But you need to use that adrenaline. So I want you to imagine this. This is something that you don't like. Now, this is you on this trampoline. I want you to stay on that trampoline just long enough to get enough momentum to jump all the way over here into this big pile of what you would rather have. I want you to use this as the springboard to get what you want. I was in the military and they pissed me off. They were sending me places that they know I didn't want to go. They was putting me on duties that they know I didn't want. And the madder they the madder they made me, the more fed up I got. When I jumped out of there, man, I jumped instantly into something that I would much rather have. I was on that trampoline going, this ain't right. I don't like this. I want to be my own boss. I want to grow my hair. I want to grow my beard. I want to wear my nose ring. I want to wear my earrings. I want to wear what I want to wear. I want to live what I want to live. I want to do what I want to do. And I want to make a whole lot more money. I use what I didn't like to pick up momentum to go get what I wanted. Does that make sense? Stop jumping on. You've been jumping on that same trampoline for 10 years. You're not bored yet? Jump your ass off of the trampoline into what you would rather have. Use that adrenaline. I know you feel mad. I know you feel betrayed. I know you feel like they did you wrong. Use that energy to create what you would rather have. Stop sitting in the energy. Your gas tank is full. Leave the gas station. How long are you gonna sit there and talk about it? How many conversations you gonna have about it? How many times you gonna call your best friend and talk about that same thing? Girl, he did it again. Okay, what you gonna do about it? What would you rather have? What would you rather have? And store it up. And the way I look at it is I look at it like a big old slingshot. Okay? Say that what I want is over here. And I'm over here in this slingshot. Man, the further they pull that thing back, the further they pull this back, the quicker it's gonna propel me this way. That's state six. So, well, state six. Where is that eraser? I just had it. Oh, it's right here. So y'all might not know what she's talking about when she says state six. She's in our mastermind. And if you're really enjoying the type of stuff we're talking about, you should be in the mastermind too. It costs $1. Okay. So we only got about 6 states of being: happy, sad, angry, mad, excited, depressed. All of that stuff can be boiled down into 6 states of being. And our 6 states of being are controlled by two axes. We got one axis that we're going to call the endocrine system. And the endocrine system controls whether you're releasing negative chemicals or positive chemicals. Over here, you got things like cortisol, chemicals that age you and make you age like spoiled milk. And over here, you got things like DHEA, age reversing chemicals, creative chemicals that help you feel good. And then you got high arousal and low arousal. Down here, you got rest and digest. Up here, you got fight or flight. Okay. How you feel in any given moment can be controlled by what type of chemicals you're releasing, negative or positive, and rather you're at a level higher level or low arousal. Now, what she's referring to as state six is where you're over here at this place of neutral arousal and you're releasing positive chemistry. That's like you're really in the flow state. You're not hyped up, you're not turned down. You're just at a neutral state of arousal and you're releasing DHEA, you're releasing positive chemicals, you're getting dopamine hits, you're getting serotonin hit, like you're getting all of these positive chemicals moving through your body. Now, I don't remember the order I did these states in the seminar, y'all. I just remember state six was there. So bear with me if I number this a little different from how I taught it in the original seminar. Okay, so we're gonna call state one high arousal, negative chemistry. This is anger. This is rage. I'm highly aroused and I'm releasing negative chemicals. I'm pissed off. I want to knock shit over. I want to fight. I want to destroy stuff. We're going to call that state one. Now, state two would be neutral arousal. I'm in the middle as far as arousal, but I'm releasing negative chemistry. This is like being aggravated. I don't got enough energy to do anything about it, but I'm aggravated. I'm annoyed. I'm agitated. Not enough arousal to go do something about it, but I certainly don't like what's going on. Then we got state three that we're gonna call low arousal negative chemistry. This would be like depression. This would be like grief. Low arousal, low arousal. I'm not on got energy at all. I just want to sleep. But boy, am I releasing a lot of cortisol. Boy, am I filling my body up with negative chemicals. Okay. The YouTube is creators create, I believe. I be changing it. We just went through a rebrand. I can't remember if I changed the YouTube yet. I think it's creators create. I'll check for you in a moment. I need to put my phone on charge before we die. So we'll go with state four as being high arousal, positive chemistry. This is excited. This is like, man, I done met this bad little bride. We going on our second date tonight. I can't wait to see her. I'm anticipating it. I'm ready. I'm high aroused. I'm releasing positive chemistry. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. So I might want to be here if I'm getting ready to go to the gym. I don't want to be here if I'm getting ready to do my taxes because I need to focus. I don't want to be here if I'm getting ready to work on something that needs me to chill. That's why I always encourage my entrepreneurs and even my athletes. I encourage my boxers and MMA fighters to fight from here. Get in that state of neutral arousal, positive chemistry, and just pick them apart. Relax, fight your own fight. All right, I mean, I ain't even feel it. This is the I call this the magic state, state six. Then we got low arousal, positive chemistry. This is like meditation, gratitude, but any emotion you can think of can be somewhere on this chart. Name some different emotions. I'll show you where they at. All the states necessary? I mean, you'll find yourself in all of them at some time or another. Like somebody you really care about die. Yeah, you might end up in negative arousal. I mean, low arousal, negative chemistry. But you don't want to get stuck in any of them. Like this is a great state, but I don't want you having a fight from meditation and gratitude. Like you need to defend yourself. I need you to come up here real quick. So it's a time and place for every state. Too much of anything could kill you. It's a time and place for every state. If I'm coming up to motivate you, I might start here, but at some point I might get excited and move up here. Before I end, I'm gonna come back here. I call this the flow state. This is where I don't gotta chase ideas, ideas chase me. Like right now, as I'm talking to you, I don't know what I'm gonna say from one moment to the next, but as I hang out here, it just downloads. And sometimes y'all might see me talk and I go, "Ooh, that's good," before I say it, because I just got like a download. I'm like, "Ooh, I ain't never said that like that before. That's hard. I like that." But that's the beautiful part about hanging out over here. But let me tell you something. This is how you navigate this. You control. Let me get another color. You control this up and down axis with your breathing, and you control this left to right axis with your imagining. I'm gonna say that again. You control this with your breathing, and you control this with your imagination. So with enough willpower, you can say, okay, I'm right here at angle. I want to be right here, DH. I want to be over here with a DHEA. Now, what we see a lot of people do is they will use external circumstances. And they'll be here, and they'll go here and use this as a doorway to here. Oh, y'all can even see what that said. So they'll be over there, then they'll use that to get down here. That's fine and dandy till you're in a situation where you don't got access to that. Now what? So you need to teach you how to regulate you. Or you see sometimes where people use that. Or you see sometimes where people use that. You see sometimes where people use that to get into different states. Because what happened is it momentarily takes you here, but guess what happens soon as that wear off? The brain going, oh, this is where I left off. She say me. Hey, you aware of it? You feel me? You aware of it? Okay. So awareness is the first. You can't solve a problem that you don't even know you got. So you well on the way. And it's not up to me to decide whether or not it's a problem. I always ask my clients, is it useful or not useful? If it's useful, keep doing it. If it's not useful, stop it. If it's useful, keep doing it. So that's true for any vice. What do you mean? Ask the question differently because I want to answer what you're asking me, not what I think you're asking me. But let's talk about how you got here. I'm finna erase this if anybody want a screenshot of it. It's a whole 2 hour workshop on this inside the Dreams in Action community. If anybody want to join the community, what am I looking for? Something that ain't lost. So usually what happened is somebody failed us in childhood. They didn't give us the coping tools that we needed. Are all vices a gateway? Gateway is such a loose word. It's man, it's so many instances in life. It's so many circumstances. I don't like blanketed statements like that. But if you aren't careful, too much anything is not like too much water is called drowning. like is water good for you? Absolutely. But too much of it, how do you join the den way to state six? I mean, nothing is wrong with, but what do you do when you can't get it? You see what I'm saying? What do you like? I'm a decent looking person, but it's been times where I might be deployed or I might be, and I don't have access to that. If that's my only gateway to state six, I'm in trouble. And when you using it to get there, it's the problem is still there. Hey, that's an internal resource. That's something that you always got with you. So it presents a major problem when that's the only way you know to get it, and you can't get it. So we worked on building the practice of being able to get there. Then I'll go get there and then go get there. I'm not saying you can't get there. I'm saying learn how to regulate you and then go get there. And when you learn how to regulate yourself, because if I need you to help me get there, I'm gonna tolerate shit from you that I normally wouldn't tolerate. Because I need you to help me get to state six. So I can say I'll never talk to you again. I don't like how you treated me. But if I find myself desperate enough to get back to state six, now I'm gonna text you again. But when I don't need you to get to stay six, you lose your ability to play in my face. Now I deal with who I want to deal with, not who I gotta deal with. So now I'm in a whole new, I got a whole leg up in relationships now. Because I don't need you, I want you. So that's the difference. If you here, it's because I want you here, not because I need you here. Now people gotta treat you different. But when people, they might not have my background and can identify the pattern, but subconscious, like, oh man, that girl, man, she just say that. She give her 2 days. She don't call me when she need. I don't do good and bad. I walk through what's happening and I ask my client, useful, not useful. You want to keep doing that or stop doing that? You want to stop doing that? Let me help you. You want to keep doing that? Be safe. So it's preference. Like I've had people come to me to quit smoking, but as I talk to them and interview them, I go, not yet. I want you to keep smoking. Because as I talk to you, I can see smoking is right now it's serving as a defense mechanism that might be keeping you from slitting your wrist. Let's keep smoking until we take care of the reason you smoking. Then we'll circle back around and keep and quit smoking. Like people make these blanket statements. You should never do this. You should never look, man. If popping them pills keeping you from beating on your wife and kids, keep popping them pills until we take care of whatever is going on under there. We'll circle back around and get you off of those later. But let's sometimes we got to do things in a different order. Like these blanketed statements don't work. What's up, best friend? So it's situations where it is counterproductive, but it's situations like let's look at it like this. Let's say you come to me and you depressed. If you leave and you angry, is that where I want you at? Hell no. But can we all agree that angry is better than depressed? Can we all agree that I can't do anything right? I'm a failure. I screw everything up I touch. Can we agree that it's their fault? They did this to me. Yeah, if they wouldn't have did this, I wouldn't be feeling this. So even though this is not where I want you at, it's better than here. So it's a step in the right direction. Then you come see me next week and you angry, but by the time you leave that appointment, you don't even care no more. You just, man, I don't care. Fuck them people. I don't care what they do, whatever, whatever, whatever. I don't care. Is that where I want you at? Nope. But can we agree that I don't care is better than angry? Can we agree that angry is better than depressed? So let's say you come next week and now you're feeling hopeful. So a good therapist like understands. I might can't take you from depressed to bliss, but if I take you here, that's not a failure. If I ask you the right question, help you tap into your own resources and put yourself here, that's not a failure. And if we go from here to here, that's not a failure. And we can get from hopeful to bliss. You gonna have a hard time getting from depressed to bliss, hypnotist or not. Do you hear a baby? You hear Carter. Does the way you breathe, like the count matter? I do 3-5, it don't matter. What you want to be doing is putting way more emphasis on the exhale than the inhale. Exhale is rest and digest. Inhale is fight or flight. So what I have my clients do is I have them breathe in, take a nice deep breath, fill the lungs out, fill the lungs up with air, and then I want you to blow out through a straw. We'll talk, bestie. But I want you to fill the lungs up with air, then slow exhale out like you're blowing through a straw. It's better to focus on arousal before chemistry or the opposite. So it's a model that we teach in NLP. And right now I forget the name of it. But the way you change your state, it's three things you can change at any given time to change your state. And when I say your state, I just mean your general feeling in the moment. I ain't lectured on this in a minute. Give me a second. So if you change what you're thinking, change the way you breathe, and change your physiology. And physiology is simply what you're doing with your body. Can y'all see that? Yeah, you can see that. Okay. So if you want to change how you feel in any given moment, you can change what you how you feel at any moment. First thing you want to do is change what you're thinking about. After you change what you're thinking about, you want to change how you breathe. Now, you can do breathing first because breathing will change your physiology. You can play with these in all different orders, but this is what I always tell my clients to do. I need you to practice this stuff when you got nothing on the line. Like a lot of people go, affirmations don't work. I go, how? I said, how do you do your affirmations? Oh, I do them when I'm mad. That's like saying boxing don't work or MMA don't work. And I said, they say, well, how often you practice boxing? Every time I get into a fight. Okay, like so you practice during the fight. Oh, well, yeah, man. No wonder you getting your ass kicked. You work on the bad before the fight. You practice on the mitts before the fight. You spar before the fight. You train before the fight. So when you get in the fight, it's muscle memory. You don't want to be in the fight talking about one, two, three. You want to be in the fight letting them things go. So you practice changing your thinking, changing your breathing, changing your physiology when it's just a random Tuesday. Now, when the death is in the family, you well practice at changing your thinking, changing your breathing, changing your physiology. But if you saying, "Oh yeah, what did Jay say 3 months ago?" To change my thinking, let me try it. It's not gonna work. But all of these things work in tandem. It's just a matter of playing with them because your thinking gonna change your breathing and your breathing gonna change your physiology. But at the same time, if you change your physiology can change your thinking. Like at my office in Washington, it was a big parking lot outside, and I would take people out to that parking lot, especially if they was dealing with something like depression or something. I pull $100 out of my wallet. I say, now I want you to run all the way down to that stop sign, but I want you to be depressed as you run to that stop sign. And if you can do it, I'm gonna give you this $100. Out of the hundreds of people I did it with, I ain't never met nobody that can run as fast as they can and be depressed. You know why? Because you got to think about running as fast as you can to run as fast as you can. You got to breathe different to run as fast as you can. And you got a different physiology when you're running as fast as you can. The body language and the thinking and the physiology and the breathing for depression is way different than the body language, the thinking, and the breathing for running as fast as you can. So keep these three things in mind. If you want to feel different, think different, breathe different, stand different. Okay? And change them in any order that works for you. Now, sometimes you'll go to change the body language, the physiology, and the body is being stubborn, the body won't move. Okay, let me try to change the breathing. Now, if you start taking them deep breaths, see how those shoulders naturally go back? The breathing, let the breathing change the physiology for you. Then you got the breathing going, you got the physiology going. It's gonna be a lot easier to get to thinking. Sometimes you go to try to redirect that thought, and mind will say, "No, I've been thinking." It'll be like a dog with a bone; it won't let it go. So you say, "Okay, the thinking not happening right now. Let's do the breathing." Okay, let's do the body language, and then you circle back to the thinking. So you got to do what works for you. You got to do what works for you. In that actual model, I think they use it as an absolute, but through practice, I didn't learn. It don't always work as an absolute. You got to work with the person in front of you. Y'all dope. I got to put this phone on the charger before it dies. Where is my charger? Let me go steal a charger. And y'all mind tapping the screen for me? Sharing the live? All of that fun stuff? Yeah, y'all mind sharing the screen for me? Appreciate you, appreciate you, appreciate you. Let's get this thing up to 10,000 taps. Somebody was asking me about how to join the community. Let me show y'all how to join the community. Let me show y'all how to join the community. And for people who be up, I go live every morning at 6 a.m. Well, Monday through Friday. So if y'all be up at 6 a.m., come in here and kick it with us, man. Let's talk about how to join the community. First, I'm going to show y'all the community. Community is lit. The community is popping. Let's see. Let's flip this around. Look. So this is the community. It's called the DNA Mastermind, and it's jumping. We got 205 people in here. We got right now. We got a follower. We got a challenge going called Followers to Dollars, and we're teaching people how to convert their TikTok followers into money in their bank. This is our active community. This is never ending. You can get support. You can ask questions. We got challenges. We got games going on. Now this is the classroom. Got the welcome. We got the followers to dollars. This is going to be locked if you're not in this challenge. This is a challenge that we had last month. We just finished it up, the Fire Your Boss 30-day challenge. But I was telling y'all about course one. This is where I go really deep into what we were just talking about. And I teach about the 6 states of being, and I got it in a Zoom room. Two things. First off, there are only about 6 states of being that you can. So you can get a whole, and these are all in like digestible models. Like this video is 5 minutes long. The next video is 5 minutes long, and you also get a little playbook with this, where it really breaks down this stuff that I'm talking about in the different states and the differences in them, showing you what the stress chemicals look like. And this book loads you up with a lot of tools. So I jumped through this today, but during this recording, I went like 2 hours on this subject. And it's a hypnosis audio at the end where I actually hypnotize you. Let's by taking 3 deep breaths together. And this is a hypnosis station. This is a hypnosis session that helps you get into state 6 quickly, easily, and effortlessly. Then you also got our calendar. As you can see, we do a lot of events in the live. I mean, in this club. Tomorrow we doing day 3 of our Followers to Dollars challenge. So it's as simple as going to the calendar, clicking right here, clicking that link. That'll take you to the Zoom room. And we have stuff going on pretty much every day in the community. This is the members tab where you can see all the people who in here. And you can inbox people in here. So it's a lot of networking opportunities. This is a community full of entrepreneurs. So it's a good place to get in here and rub elbows. And these are our leaderboards. We give away prizes all the time for people who are the most active in the community. But this is the Dreams in Action community. And this is the little about page where we just tell you about the community. So people who want to join, let me tell you how to join. We're going to go to my TikTok page.
So wait, I pay it, and then when I die, you send it to a check to somebody. Yeah. Why would I do that? The money that I will use.
It says something went wrong. Hold on. Well. Let's refresh that.
God told me to tell you.
Go to my profile. Let me make it like this so it can look like it look on your phone. So when you go to my TikTok profile, you're going to click on this link right here. Click on this link. It's going to say, hey, you leaving TikTok. You sure? You say, hell yeah. We're going to kick it with Jay. Now, one of the first things you're going to see is this box right here to say, join my inner circle to get access to all of my replays, free trainings, and special deals. Okay? So you're going to put your first name in there, put your phone number in there, and you're going to hit that box. That's going to give you a text message that gives you the link to our inner circle. The inner circle is where I host all the replays, okay? Then after that, you're going to see where it says a free 5C workshop. The 5C workshop is about a 35-minute video of me unpacking 5C and talking about it. Now, the third one down says join my mastermind. If you click that, that's going to take you to the sign-up page to get into the mastermind. Now, for people who really want to take things to another level, you can apply to work with me in my 5C Growth Accelerator. 5C Growth Accelerator is a paid program, but it's a small group of people that I work with in a group environment and help them implement 5C. I'm a firm believer that every problem is a thinking problem. I don't care if you want more money, a different body, a better marriage, better relationship with your children, better co-parenting situation. Every problem is a thinking problem. If you think different, you'll do different on accident. But we really get deep into change work and things in a group environment right there. And down here, it's just got a bunch of reviews and different things. But This is how you get to the resources. This is the community. Join my mastermind. This is the 5C inner circle. People who sign up here, you'll get text notifications when I go live, because sometimes I just go live randomly like I did today. You'll get access to all of the TikTok live replays. Let me see. Let me find the page so I can show you what it looked like. Nope, that's not it. Give me a second. That's the page right here. So give me a minute here. But this is the page where we keep all the replays at. So first thing you'll see when you go on this page, you'll see a countdown to the end of the year. We got 75 days till 2025 get here, y'all. 75 days, 8 hours, 46 minutes. That thing is ticking. Now here you got what we call a 5C clarity blueprint. You always hear me talk about you can't get what you want until you know what you want. If you need help getting clarity, that form will help you get clarity. You can fill that out. The mastermind, we already talked about the mastermind. You can join the mastermind from here. But here go all of the TikTok live replays. Okay? The one that we just wrapped up from today, it's going to be in there soon. So if you want access to the replays, if you miss a live, then you want to be in the 5C inner circle, or the big boss inner circle, as I call it. This is where I give away a lot of free game and self-development. So if you're serious about taking your life to another level, if you're serious about leveling up, we got lots of free resources. We got paid resources too, but I don't ever want money to be the reason somebody can't begin a transformation. So although I can't sit with you one-on-one if you don't got the funds, there's no reason we can't get you in a group environment to help you to start leveling up. And what we see is a lot of times people come in the group and they hang out for a month or two and they start implementing the stuff that we teaching in the group. Magically, in a very short period of time, you find yourself in a situation where you can afford to work with me one-on-one. I'm not here to gatekeep. I believe as humans, you could be doing have anything you desire. But the thing about it is your mind didn't come with a manual. So people got the tools, but sometimes you just don't know how to use the tools. You really trying. And when I see people who really trying, now if you're not trying, I could really care less. I'm not going out of my way to help somebody who's not trying. But when I see somebody trying and they just not sure how to change the momentum that they in, man, I will bend over backwards to help you. Like, I do lives for people who want to have something, do something, and be something. If you want to have something, do something, and be something, you're going to love it here. But if you want just a place to complain, don't sign up for the community. Don't talk to me, because we don't do that. That shit is contagious, and we all about building an incubator that's motivational, that's inspirational, that's forward moving. If that's not what you want, don't join. You're not going to like it. I'm not going to babysit you. I'm not going to hold your hand and cry. I'm not saying you're not allowed to have bad days. I'm saying I'm not going to get stuck with you there. Like, if you in quicksand, if I jump in quicksand with you, who going to help us out the quicksand? I'm the friend that's going to stand out of the quicksand and go, yo, I feel you. I'm here for you. I'm your support, but I'm not jumping in that quicksand with you. I'm not jumping in there. You got to find another friend to jump. You might got some friends who jump in there with you. It ain't me. I'm not jumping in there with you. But I got this rope that I'm going to leave right here, and whenever you're ready to get out, we're going to tug you out. And I think everybody need friends like that. Like, you do need some friends to vent with. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with venting, but I'm saying don't get stuck there. I need you to set goals. I need you to stop getting hypnotized by what you don't want. I need you to get really good at asking yourself, what would I rather have? I don't like this situation that's going on. I don't like this thing. But instead of sitting there meditating on this thing that I don't like, I'm going to ask myself, what would I rather have? I don't like this not having enough money. I don't like this feeling like I always have to borrow stuff from other people. What would I rather have? I'd rather have an influx of cash coming in. I'd rather use my creativity to make money. I'm tired of having to use my physical body to make money. I want to, you see how I'm using what I don't want, but I'm using it to spark what I'd rather have. I'm not just going on this long rampage about what I don't want. I'm going on this
It's like a back and forth. I don't like the way this person is treating me. I want a relationship where I feel valued. I want a relationship where I feel respected. I want a relationship where I feel like I got a partner. I want a relationship where I feel like if I got to call this person at 4 a.m. and tell them I need them, no questions asked, they going to show up. That's what I want. That's what I desire. So I'm using what I don't want to get clarity about what I do want. I'm not using what I don't want to get sympathy. I'm not using what I don't want to throw a pity party. I'm using what I don't want to go, well, what's the opposite of that? I got to put that down so I can pick this up. So that's how we want to train people to start going through life. You got to realize that what you don't want has the seed for what you would rather have. And we don't get any of these cool inventions that we got without somebody going, I don't like this. Can't this be faster? Why is this so slow? Like the frustration is what gives birth to the change. If people didn't get frustrated and go, I don't like this, we'll still be riding around in horses and carriages instead of cars. Like that, you gotta understand, like that, who are you talking to? That I feel disrespected. That's not right. That is the launching pad for everything you want. You know how many entrepreneurs been created because they was at a job that wasn't treating them right? You know how many people in happy marriages now because they had one relationship that showed them a very clear picture of what they didn't want, and now they can see that coming from a mile away and go, that's not what I want. I want this. So you gotta quit like getting mesmerized by what you don't want. Use it to get clarity and focus on the clarity. Use it to get clarity and focus on the clarity. So we talked in depth today about willpower and the way that you are supposed to use willpower. You're not supposed to use willpower to force yourself to do things. You're supposed to use willpower to control your focus and use your mind in a way that make you want to do the thing that you need to do to have the result that you want to have. Okay? So before I get ready to get out of here, man, we got any questions, comments, concerns, feedbacks, anything at all? I'm at you guys' service for about another 5 minutes. Anybody interested in working with me one-on-one, inbox me, hey coach, and we can talk about what that looks like. In case you can't tell, I love coaching. I love watching people win. I like winning. I like watching other people win. I just like being around winners. My live's always dope. Appreciate you, Cosmic. We do what we can with what we got. Appreciate you. I'll be back live at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I almost said 5 a.m. I would have been live. 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. People on the inner circle, you'll get text reminders just letting people know when I'm going live, especially for my random lives because we pop those out. Anytime I find myself with some free time, if the family ain't doing it, it's a pretty good time, I'll end up on live. But it look like we ain't got no questions, no comments, no concerns. So people who want to join the community, I suggest you go ahead and join the community. Right now, it is $1 to get into the community. But my business partner and I, we had a meeting earlier today, and it's not going to be $1 for much longer. We about to put a big price tag on the community. So if you want to get in for the $1, you better put some pep in your step. And any entrepreneurs that we got out there, we sell this software called the Dream Engine. The Dream Engine is what I do all my marketing through. That page I got where I host my TikTok lives, my Linktree, all of my websites, my phone number, all of my stuff goes through what I call the Dream Engine. You see these big brands, like sometimes I might be live and I'll be like, yo, if you want to claim such and such, text 99 to 972-525-4988, then you go receive this text message. So all these automations that you see while I'm live and different things, I'm not over here with another phone texting you. That's my software that runs my business. So if you're interested in having some of those same automations and things in your business, if you are an entrepreneur, if you got a business, even a side business at any level, you need a CRM. You need an address book to keep your clients in. You need something to collect information in, because you can't sell if you don't got a warehouse to keep the information in. So any entrepreneurs interested in that, inbox me about that as well, and we'll talk about what that looks like, getting you set up on that. But yep, I'm about to land. This is gone. I guess I want some more coffee because I'm trying to drink it and there's nothing coming out. But I'll see y'all later, man. I'm going to get this uploaded into the replay thing and I'll see y'all later.